Hi everyone, welcome back to Say What You Mean, an English learning channel. I'm Chris. How's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are fabulous. English is hard, but listen, speak, and say what you mean. Today's video is the first in a new series of expressions and idioms. We'll talk about the expression to have heart, as well as one of its variants. This video is for intermediate learners, B-level learners. So let's get going. Have you ever watched the Rocky movies? Have you watched all of the movies in the Rocky series? If so, when did you watch them? Were you a kid? I was a kid the first time I saw them, or I was young. Or was it more recently? If you haven't seen them, you should give them a try. I recommend taking a weekend and binging the whole series. Doing a binge watch. When you watch them in a row, Rocky is a rags to riches story. He makes it, he succeeds, the American dream, and then he loses it all. So, spoiler alerts for a 50-year-old movie. If you haven't seen the movie, you'll probably get some spoilers here. So, Rocky makes it, he's successful, and then he loses it all. But Rocky never gives up. Rocky never quits. Rocky gets hit, he gets knocked down, he gets beaten to a pulp, but he always gets back up. Most people don't think that the Rocky movies are technically very good movies, but if you watch them for the message, for the meaning, I think there are some fabulous lessons to be learned. Rocky is on my mind because I've recently rewatched all of the movies. I've watched them all again to rewatch. So I thought these movies would be great to talk about an expression, an idiom that I like. So here's some background for the movie, or the movies. It's a series of movies. So here's some background if you aren't familiar with them, if you don't know the movies. Rocky's a has-been. He's an old fighter, an old boxer with a good record, but he never really made a career out of boxing. He won a lot of fights, but mostly he hit hard and he could take a beating. He could get hit a lot, but he didn't make it to the next level. And because he has to eat, he got a job as a debt collector for a loan shark. So he's not a particularly good fighter. He hits hard, he can take some damage, and he gets back up. He takes a lot of punishment. So Rocky gets the chance of a lifetime, an opportunity to fight the heavyweight champion of the world, Apollo Creed. No one has ever gone the distance with Apollo Creed before. So Rocky picks a modest goal, not a huge goal. He doesn't want to win. He wants to make it through the fight. He wants to go the distance, okay? These heavyweight boxing matches are typically 15 3-minute rounds. So he wants to last all 15 rounds. He doesn't want to get knocked out. Now, like I said, I'd hate to spoil the ending of these 50-year-old movie series. Okay, the first one's about 50 years old, but Rocky doesn't win. Yeah, that's right. This movie was made before the hero always wins era of Hollywood. On the other hand, in some ways, Rocky does win. He goes the distance. He reaches his goal. So he doesn't win the fight, but he achieves his personal goal. He goes the distance. He's the first person to knock Apollo Creed down. Right? The champ had never been knocked down before. This movie, in this part, they bring up an important question. Does winning mean being number one, beating the other person? Or is winning about beating the voice inside you, inside your head, that tells you to stop, that tells you to give up, that tells you enough is enough, you don't want to take it anymore? So, this brings us to the expression that was the purpose for this video: to have heart. Mickey, Rocky's coach, Rocky's trainer, says this to him. You got the heart, but you ain't got the tools. I'll put a link, a YouTube link in the description if you want to watch the scene. So Mick says, you got the heart, Rock, but you ain't got the tools. Maybe you already understand the expression. Listen again, carefully. You got the heart, or you got heart. Now first, this is different from you have a heart. We all have a heart, and that's also a different kind of an expression. So, this is you have the heart, or you have heart. Okay? So, what do we mean? Maybe you've already figured it out. Is Rocky the greatest fighter? No. Is he the most talented or the most skilled? No. But Rocky has heart. He's determined. He doesn't give up. He's loyal to his friends. He's faithful to his wife. He wants to do the right thing in life. Even as a debt collector, he doesn't want to hurt people. He doesn't give up, even when it's hard. Why? Because he's got heart. All right? So he doesn't quit. He has determination. Determination is what makes people keep going when things are hard. So Rocky is determined. Are you determined? Do you have determination? Even in the face of adversity, even in the face of problems or difficulties, Rocky doesn't give up. He doesn't quit because he's got heart. In the final movie of the Rocky franchise, not the Creed extended universe, there are a lot of movies inside this family of movies. But in the final Rocky movie, we learn some more. Rocky's a retired legend with a small restaurant in Philadelphia. He owns a small Italian restaurant in Philly. His wife has died, and he's dealing with a different kind of opponent. His age and his legacy. His legacy, what he'll leave behind when he's gone, how people will remember him. So he has a lot inside that feels unresolved, unfinished. He says he's got a lot in the basement, right? Deep inside of him. And he's been storing these problems deep inside. He says he's got a beast inside that he needs to get out. So he decides to fight one more time. An ancient, broken down boxer with one more fight still left in him. But his son doesn't understand, right? His son, Rocky and his son argue about the fight and what the fight means. And Rocky explains that the fight, the boxing match that we watch in the movie, is just a metaphor for life. And I'm going to read the quote because it's important to say it the way Rocky does here. Rocky says, "The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are. It will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward, how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, I've put the link for that scene in the description as well, so if you're interested, check that out. So, what do you think of that? Do you like that way of thinking, that perspective? Do you agree with Rocky? That life is about getting back up after you've been knocked down? Having heart means going the distance. It means dealing with the bad things. It means having courage, determination, and hope. Rocky came from nothing, a normal guy with a normal life, just trying to survive. But even though his life is hard, he never gives up. Why do you think? Because he's got heart. Now, what about you? Do you have heart? So, the last thing I want to do here in this video is a few other ways that we use this, or one other way that we use this, with some examples. We commonly use this expression to have the heart to do something. So, maybe Bob has heart, or to have the heart to do something, to have the courage to do something. So not just that we have heart in general. So here are some examples. Did you listen to Bob's song? I did. I didn't think it was very good, but I don't have the heart to tell Bob that. He's really proud of it, right? Or, hey guys, I made a new video, but I'm not sure it's that great. I don't know if I have the heart to post it yet. Or, I didn't have the heart to ask the special girl out, and now she's dating Tom. Right? Okay, so those are some examples of the expression to have the heart to do something. So, everyone, that's it for this video. How was it? Did you learn anything? Do you have heart? Do you have the heart to keep trying, even when it's hard? So here's some words and phrases that I used in this video, guys. Rags to riches. When someone starts out poor or at the bottom, works their way to the top or is successful, they make it. To beat to a pulp. This is to hit something until it becomes a soft, shapeless mass. So pulp is this soft, shapeless mass. Think of orange juice and the pieces of orange at the bottom of the jar or at the bottom of the container. That's pulp, orange pulp. So to beat something to a pulp, hit it until it's tiny, tiny pieces. To give up, to quit. Recently, in the close past, I've recently rewatched all of these Rocky movies. A has-been, someone whose career is finished, right? Rocky was a has-been. His career was over. A loan shark, this is a person who lends money unofficially, maybe like a criminal, perhaps. So the bank wouldn't give me any money, so I went to a loan shark. He loaned me $100. I have to pay it back next week. A debt, this is the money you owe. The loan shark loaned me $100. I have a $100 debt to the loan shark. And a collector, a debt collector, someone who goes to get the money that a person was loaned. Normally, the person doesn't pay the loan back, and the debt collector might hurt someone to get the money back. A heavyweight. So boxing has weight classes. You box or you fight an opponent in a similar weight range as you, and a heavyweight is the heaviest class. Champion, the number one, right? To go the distance. This is to go the entire fight, to last the whole fight. And you can use this as an expression too. If you make it through the end of a competition, you can go the distance. To have heart. This is what we have talked about in this video. To have courage, determination, to not give up even when things are hard. Adversity, problems, difficulties, hard times. A champion is determined even when there are problems, even when there are adversities, even in the face of adversity, another expression. To be determined, to not give up. Upper class, wealthy, or rich. The legacy, or a legacy, something you leave behind when you're gone, or how people will remember you when you are gone. The basement. This is the room, a room in some houses that's under the earth or dug into the earth. So here is the bottom floor of your building, your apartment building, your house. The basement is underneath the bottom floor. It's often used for storage. Another word is a cellar. A beast, a wild, mean animal. And perspective. This is a way of thinking about things, or a way of seeing things, or understanding things. Okay, everyone, that's it for this video. A lot of vocabulary, perhaps, and a lot of talk about Rocky. So, thank you so much for watching and listening, and I hope you learned something. I hope it was interesting. Let me know if you liked the video. Please like and subscribe if you did like the video. If you'd like to book a class, my link is in the channel description. And as I mentioned, the links to the Rocky clips are also in this video description. So thanks again, everyone, for watching, listening, and I hope to see you all next time. Remember, practice makes permanence. So work hard, listen carefully, and say what you mean. Thanks, guys. Bye.